99% of people who create a YouTube channel never actually get as far as publishing their first video. And I would hazard a guess that if you're part of that 99%, the thing that's holding you back is probably fear. So in this video, I want to talk about the things that could be causing that fear and how you can overcome them and publish your first video. So one of those fears that you might be having is the fear of being judged by people that you know. That was probably the biggest thing that stopped me from starting sooner. Was, what if someone I know clicks on my video? You know, if they see my thumbnail presented to them on the screen, they click on it and watch it. Having been doing YouTube for 6 months now, I've learned that that just isn't really a thing. People who you know would have to know that you have a channel, so you have the control there to not tell people that you have a channel, and they'd also need to be searching for your videos. So if you're making videos about a specific topic, they're going to have to be the type of people that are on YouTube looking for videos about that specific topic. And also in those early stages, those first few videos, the harsh truth here is that you don't actually get that many impressions because YouTube doesn't know you yet. They don't know who you are and what you're about. So it only is going to push out a few impressions here and there to test the water. And with the volume of videos that there are for those people you know to choose from, the chances of them seeing your video is really slim. There's like about 4 million videos uploaded to YouTube every day. So the likelihood of someone you know stumbling across one of your early videos is highly, highly unlikely. And it's only when you start to understand these stats and how YouTube works that you realize, yeah, that just wasn't a thing to be afraid of. Like, I've been doing this for 6 months now, and not one person I know has come up to me and said, I've seen your videos on YouTube. The reality is that just isn't something that should hold you back. And remember, you do have the option to not tell anybody about your YouTube channel. That is in your control. If you are already nervous or fearful about publishing your first video, why give yourself that added layer of fear by telling your friends and your family or your work colleagues about this YouTube channel that you're starting, and knowing that as you record those videos that you've got that extra layer of kind of pressure because you've teed it up, you've told people I'm going to be doing this YouTube channel, and therefore you know people who you know and who know you are going to be watching those videos. Why add that extra pressure on yourself? Honestly, the best thing you can do is not tell people. You might think it's a good way to get early traffic to your channel, but I've mentioned this in previous videos, unless they're really interested in the type of videos you're making, then it's probably not going to be to your advantage to tell them for that reason. So if they're not really going to help your channel grow and it's giving you this extra layer of anxiety about publishing a video, then you can control that by just simply not telling them about your channel. And as I've said, the likelihood of them finding it organically is really pretty slim. You might also be worried about people who you don't know seeing your videos and judging you. Now that judgment is likely going to come in the form of negative comments on your videos. Again, that was a slight concern for me when I started, was that, you know, people might respond badly to the content that I'm putting out there. But truthfully, and I've spoken to a lot of other YouTubers who'll tell you the same thing, it's only really when your channel starts to kind of grow and gather some kind of momentum that you start to get that sort of thing. I've been doing this for 6 months now, and I've had one negative comment in that time. The large majority of the comments that you're going to get in videos are positive. And even if you do, let's just say you have a video, your first video goes viral. It's highly unlikely, but let's just say that's what's going to happen. Even if you get negative comments, what does that really matter? Yeah, it could be hurtful and all the rest of it, but in reality, it doesn't mean anything. It's a reflection on the person making that comment as opposed to you and the content that you're creating. But again, in terms of fear of starting, I would venture a bet that you're not going to encounter negative comments, because the reality again is, and this isn't to deter people from making videos, it's just a reality of starting, is that not many people will see those videos. So your first 5 videos, you know, they might get no views, they might get 3 or 4 views, they might get 7 or 8 views. What is the likelihood out of that small number of views that someone is actually going to go out of their way to leave a negative comment. You're far more likely to get a positive comment, because what people will realize is that this is a new channel. This is someone who's probably stepping out of their comfort zone, putting themselves out there on the internet for the world to see. And the vast majority of people will respect that. They'll respect the courage it takes for you to do that. And they'll probably be full of admiration, because some of those same people might be the people that wish they could do it themselves. Again, if that is holding you back from starting, it shouldn't, because you're far more likely to encounter positive feedback than you will negativity. Another reason you may feel fear might be how you look and sound on camera. This was another big one for me. You know, I've always had a bit of a complex about how I look, and that stems back 20 years plus. I used to have, as a teenager, I'd spent about 5 years, pretty much my entire teens, with quite severe acne on my face, to the point that I didn't like to see myself in the mirror. I didn't like to see myself in photographs. That was a real issue for me. I mean, I'm far more comfortable now, and I think that comes with getting a bit older as well. Part of it never goes away. Putting myself in front of a camera was always going to be difficult, and it is for most people, I think. The reason it feels weird is because you hear yourself through your own body. You are not hearing yourself the way other people hear you. And when you play back a video of yourself, you go, that's not how I sound. But it is, because that's how everyone else hears you. Likewise, when you look in a mirror, you only really see yourself front on. As soon as you turn your head like that, you can't see yourself in the mirror. You can't see those different angles. And when you capture them in a video, or sometimes you might have, someone's maybe taken a candid photograph of you in the past, which has captured a different angle of you, and you look at yourself and you think, that's not how I look. The reality is, it is how you look. And you think it maybe looks bad, but it's not bad. It's just strange to you, because you're not used to seeing yourself that way. But that's how everyone you've ever met sees you. That's how new people are going to see you, and they're not going to think it's strange. Like, how many people do you watch on YouTube, or how many people do you meet for the first time and think, oh, they look weird? You don't. You just take them literally at face value, that this is this person, this is how they look, and this is how they sound. You don't really think a huge amount about that. That is just a mental barrier that you need to break through, and the only way you do it is by creating videos, filming yourself and getting into that habit. That is what makes that awkwardness go away. That's what makes that cringy feeling that you maybe get when you see yourself and hear yourself on camera go away. That's something that you don't need to be fearful about. You just need to practice. That is something that you just have to overcome. I understand. I take it from someone who really does know. I understand that it is strange seeing yourself and hearing yourself on camera, especially when you have maybe a complex of how you look. If I can overcome that, then you definitely can. Another common reason that people are fearful for starting is the fear of looking like they're showing off. I've had people say to me, I worry that people will think I've got a really high opinion of myself, and that's why I'm putting myself out there. The reality, actually, I think in most cases, certainly the YouTubers I've spoken to are very introverted, actually, and are people who would typically shy away from putting themselves in the spotlight. So I don't think that people watch YouTubers and think this person loves themselves, or has a high opinion of themselves. I really don't think that's how people look at it. You are creating content that is going to be offering somebody value for free. You are giving up your time, and yes, you might intend to make money from your YouTube channel eventually, but to get there, you're putting out content that offers value to people for nothing. You're giving up your time to give value to people. I don't think that's someone that loves themselves. I think that's someone that genuinely wants to help people. It's not about egos and showing off. I really don't think it's that at all. And I don't think people who go on YouTube are thinking of people like that either. And another thing that people often get hung up on, and it's not something that I've really had as a problem, but it's filming in public. So if you're talking to a camera in a public setting, I mean, I'm in a field right now by my house. There's nobody here. so I can talk pretty comfortably. But I have filmed, you know, and I've had other places, and I've had runners and dog walkers and cyclists that come by, and you know, there's a tendency to kind of clam up because you're embarrassed. But the reality is the people that see you filming don't care. You know, people might observe it because, you know, especially where I live, seeing someone film themselves in public is probably quite a rare thing to see. There's, to my knowledge, not that many YouTubers where I come from. I know of one other person who makes YouTube videos, but they'll observe it momentarily and then move on and get on with their day, because the reality again is they don't really care what you're doing. They might observe that there's someone filming themselves, but other than that, they just move on, and it doesn't even merit them thinking about it again. They just, you know, people that are walking past you filming yourself in like a busy town or city, chances are they're trying to get somewhere, they're picking their kids up from school, or they're rushing to a dentist appointment. You know, they've got their own lives, and seeing someone filming themselves is just going to be a brief acknowledgement that that's what's going on at that very moment, and then they're going to continue walking past you and not give it a second thought. So if the type of content you want to make depends on you filming in a public setting, then that again is something that, you know, it will get better with practice. You'll learn that these people don't really care what I'm doing, and you will become more comfortable, and you'll get more familiar with people, maybe giving you a little side glance as they walk past. But other than that, are people really going to care? I would suspect if it was me and I saw someone, I wouldn't want to interrupt them. I'd be too polite to want to interrupt them and even ask, oh, what are you up to? What are you doing? And because people could be really inquisitive and genuinely interested in what you're doing, but most people are probably too polite to actually interrupt you anyway. So people are just going to walk by. And it depends where you are. If you live in New York and you wanted to go and film yourself in Times Square, nobody is going to think that's strange, because there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of people who film themselves in Times Square every day. So that would be very normal in a place like New York or a place like London. In a small village in the northeast of Scotland, where I'm from, that isn't an everyday thing. But even then, as I said, people will not think a huge amount about it. So if that is holding you back, then it really doesn't need to. So if any of those fears resonate with you, then I would seriously urge you to consider just starting and working through those things. Because anyone I've spoken to who has started a YouTube channel has not regretted it. You know, even if they haven't turned the channel into something or built it into something they wanted to, the lessons that you learn and the skills that you acquire from doing it make it worthwhile. Letting your fears prevent you from doing so, especially when those fears really don't materialize, they're not realized in any kind of way. Once you start, you realize that those fears were kind of pointless, and your biggest regret then is the fact that you didn't start sooner. My advice to you is to just start making videos, start publishing them on YouTube. You know, teach yourself that these fears are actually unfounded and that you don't have anything to be fearful for. Get used to hearing yourself and seeing yourself. Get used to talking to the camera. The more you do it, then the more comfortable you become. The better the delivery of your videos are, the more natural they are. If you think you're going to be judged for putting yourself on camera and putting yourself out into the world, you just have to remember that we are a species that largely consume. If you think pre-internet days, the only creators were kind of artists and musicians and movie stars. And so therefore we're the majority of us are used to watching other people create and perform. And even with the internet now and with platforms like YouTube, it's still only a very, very small percentage of people who actually leverage that and create content and put themselves out there. You know, you having the courage to do that shouldn't be perceived as being full of yourself or having a high opinion of yourself. As I said, I think a lot of people that do this are actually introverts and are people that would normally shy away from the limelight. But I think the beauty of YouTube is that you can sit in a field with no one around and record yourself and record your thoughts and your muses and put them out there for people and to help people. Some will gravitate to your content and come back time and time again and might subscribe to your channel, and there'll be other people who don't like your style of delivery. Some people, like my style because, I'm quite calm. I've had people say to me that in the past, that I'm quite a calming kind of delivery of my videos, and I'm fine with that. This is just me being me. Not everyone likes that. Some people need the energy. Some people need someone who's totally over the top, energetic, and bouncing around the room. And that isn't me. But equally, I don't like watching people that are like that either. So everyone has preferences. Whether you think you're charismatic enough doesn't matter. Just be yourself, and the right people who are drawn to that type of personality will find you and they'll stick around. So that was it for this video. I just really wanted to make it clear, because I have people who do reach out to me and say that it's fear that's holding them back for all those reasons that we mentioned. And the point is, taking it from someone who's been there and done it for the last 6 months, most of those fears are unfounded. The only thing that is a bit of a mental barrier that you have to get past is getting familiar with how you look and sound on camera, getting familiar with talking to a camera lens. But that comes with practice. It comes with repetition. Provided you can do that, if you can do 10 videos, you'll feel way more comfortable about everything than you did at the beginning. But if you don't start, then you're never going to get over that. Hopefully you find some value in this video, and I'd be really interested to know, having watched this, what is holding you back? What stopped you from starting your channel or publishing your first video? What stopped you in your tracks? Maybe you've published a few videos and then you stopped. Let me know in the comments and I'll respond to them as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.